Hey everyone, how's it going? My name's Jordan and welcome to JC's Anime Reviews. And this is our first video, and before we start, I just want to ask what do you guys think of the Todoroki picture behind me? If you don't know who that is, that's Todoroki from My Hero Academia. He has fire and ice powers. I also have the sword behind me from Demon Slayer and the Tanjiro figure. So we're going to be reviewing Demon Slayer today as our first one. It's my favorite anime, so I just want to start with my favorite. I'm going to be trying to do one of these once a week. So we're going to do this first. And I wrote down a lot of this on my phone. So I'm sorry if I'm looking down at it a lot. It's just because I won't be able to remember all of this. Like, it's a lot of stuff to talk about. And we're going to be going into a little bit of spoilers. We're just going to be talking about the first episode to talk about the plot. And we'll talk about some of their abilities. And yeah, so it's not like huge spoilers. So if you don't want to know anything, then don't watch this. So that's your warning. So yeah, we're going to start. So Demon Slayer is about a boy named Tanjiro, and that's who that figure is over there, who lives with his family in the mountains, and with the passing of his father, he becomes his family's sole source of income selling charcoal. And one day he returns home to find his family slaughtered by a demon. Now, the demons are pretty much vampires. They can't be out in the sun, but they have super strength and can also use something called blood demon art. That's basically a unique special ability that only some of the demons can use. And the sole survivor of this demon attack is his sister Nezuko, who has turned into a demon herself, but still seems to have some human emotion, so she can kind of control her bloodlust and stop herself from eating humans. And shortly after this, he meets a demon slayer named Giyu, who at first tries to kill Nezuko, but eventually he ends up recruiting Tanjiro to become a demon slayer. So Tanjiro sets off to become a demon slayer, to kill the one who slaughtered his family, and find a way to return his sister back into a human. Now, I really enjoyed Demon Slayer. The story is very good, the animation is amazing, and the characters are pretty good. Our main hero, Tanjiro, is a very likable character. He's very kind and is always doing whatever it takes to protect his sister, Nezuko. You can tell just how important she is to him and how much he wants to turn her back into a human, because she's the only family he has left. Now, the bond between these siblings are pretty good, are pretty amazing, and I really liked it. And also the fight scenes with Tanjiro are pretty awesome. You get to be inside his head and hear what's going through his mind while he's fighting, and hearing him come up with these strategies mid-fight against whatever demon he's fighting is pretty amazing. He also has an amazing sense of smell. It's so good that he's able to smell people's emotions, and he can smell blood, so he usually knows if anyone's hurt. And he can also smell demons, so I think he can tell if someone's a demon or human. This anime also has some of the coolest swords and abilities I've ever seen. They use a special type of breathing that produces different types of abilities. So for example, Tanjiro uses something called water breathing, so he uses this to produce various water attacks with his sword. Also, the sword in this looked really cool. Like, the sword behind me looks pretty cool, and that's from that. Now, there are a couple characters that at first I wasn't crazy about, and were kind of annoying, and one of those characters is Zenitsu. Zenitsu is a demon slayer that Tanjiro meets on his travels, who is terrified of demons despite actually being pretty strong. He also loves women, so of course he ends up falling in love with Nezuko. Nezuko-chan! Nezuko-chan! The other character I wasn't crazy about is Inosuke. Inosuke is another demon slayer that Tanjiro meets who uses two swords and wears a boar's head. He's very hot-headed and is constantly arguing with the other characters. He also likes to run around and scream a lot. He's also always mispronouncing Tanjiro's name. Despite all this, he actually looks pretty innocent under his mask. Now, both these characters become friends with Tanjiro, and over time I found myself caring a lot about these characters, and eventually they weren't very annoying. By the end of the anime, I couldn't imagine it without them being in it. So they definitely get less annoying the more you watch, so if you stop watching because of that, I recommend you give it another chance. They're pretty badass too. There's some pretty good fight scenes with these characters that I actually really enjoyed. Now, I want to talk about Nezuko for a minute. Nezuko is one of my favorite characters. She's pretty badass, and the fight scenes with her are really good. Also, since she's a demon, apparently she has the ability to change her size, so she can grow bigger or smaller. And it's not like Ant-Man size, like super tiny or giant. It's basically being able to go between 2 feet and like 5 feet tall. So I guess demons are basically strong, shrinking, magical vampires. You get a lot of cute scenes with her shrinking. One of the best examples of this is what's now known as the Nezuko run. This has become an anime meme, and I really love it. So if you want to know like what the memes are, just look up Nezuko running meme compilation, and they're pretty good. Also, this show does something I've never seen before. They give you a backstory on some of the demons they fight, which really makes you care about them and understand why they do some of the things they do. And I really love that the show does that because it's not all about the hero. So there's one episode in particular that made me fall in love with this anime, and that episode is episode 19. Now, I won't go into any spoilers for this video because if you haven't seen it, I feel like it might ruin the moment. If you want me to do a more in-depth spoiler review, let me know and I'll talk about it. But if you've seen the show, you probably know what I'm talking about, and I'm sure that you loved it. It was an episode that made this trending on Twitter, and I have never seen an anime trend on Twitter before. That's how amazing this episode was. The score was incredible, the animation was fucking amazing, it was unexpected, I got goosebumps, I was excited, I wanted to cry. It was just a very powerful moment in anime. So, overall, I really enjoyed Demon Slayer. It's become one of my, if not my favorite anime. And despite not being crazy about some of the characters at first, they eventually became characters I really cared about and really enjoyed seeing them on screen. The animation was probably the best I've seen in anime, and I can't wait for the movie to come out. So if you don't know, instead of making a second season, they're making a movie. It's supposed to come out at some point this year. So I didn't really have any problems with Demon Slayer either. I really enjoyed it. I can't think of something I didn't like besides the characters at first, and they get a lot more likable. So I'm going to give Demon Slayer an A+. So if you haven't seen Demon Slayer, I definitely recommend checking it out. Also, I want to talk a little bit about the inspiration I got for this video from the way I'm rating it. I'm rating it from like F to A+, and from the way the thumbnail looks. If I did it correctly, hopefully it looked good. Hope you enjoyed it. I got the inspiration from another YouTuber named Chris Stuckman. He's probably one of my favorite YouTubers. He does anime reviews, mostly movie reviews. He does some anime reviews, video game reviews. And yeah, that was part of the reason why, or that he inspired me to start this channel. And I'm really happy I did. So thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, and also Demon Slayer won Anime of the Year award at the Crunchyroll Awards. So that was awesome. So that's how good the anime is. So definitely check it out. So thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Let me know in the comments the next anime you want me to review. I might review Your Name. I just watched that movie last night, and it was incredible. I'm probably going to review that one next. But if there's anything else that you want me to review, let me know. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you like this video, make sure to subscribe and like it. It helps support me doing this, and it really means a lot. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.